Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. First of all, I want to wish everyone a very happy new year. Wishing you all the very best this year. It's great to see a lot of familiar faces today, and looking forward to getting you up to speed with online reviews for real estate. The webinar itself will be about 45 minutes in length, followed by a Q&A at the end. If you have any questions throughout this webinar, please feel free to use the chat box, and we will address all your questions at the end of the presentation today. Pascal will also maybe try to respond on the spot if anything comes up during this presentation. So a little bit about ourselves. My name is Reeti, and we founded RankMyAgent with a simple mission to raise the bar in the industry and connect the very best agents to the public based on verifiable reviews. And RankMyAgent definitely has been my passion project over the last decade or so, coming to a decade, and it all actually started with a technology background. So I come from a technology background, having worked with assistive technology and special needs and the healthcare sector, merged with technology, and then getting licensed as an agent as well about 13 years ago. That's when I realized that there was really an issue with this industry. It was really hard to make sense of online reviews as they were. And there was so much slander going on. People who were actually looking for an agent had a real hard time finding the right agent to work with who meets their needs. So that's how RankMyAgent came about. On a personal note, I am fond of hiking and the outdoors, and I have 2 young kids and a small puppy. So I'm going to now introduce you to Pascal, who is our amazing account manager. She's been with us for a number of years now in a variety of roles, but now is leading all the account management aspects and also a strategy work. So we are so grateful to have Pascal with us. Pascal, do you want to tell them more about your background?
Yeah, for sure. Hello, everyone. As Rudy has mentioned, my name is Pascal. I come from a commerce background. I specifically studied marketing at the Haskell School of Business. And yeah, it's been great to be on the team. And I will be in charge of the chat today. So if you have any questions or whatnot, feel free to write a question in there or raise your hand if you want to ask us a question.
Thank you so much, Pascal. So today's webinar is starting off with the very fundamentals of what is RankMyAgent and its benefits. And then we wanted to give you a demo of how to set up your comprehensive RankMyAgent profile. You may be with us for some time and you may want to brush up that profile. So this would be a great opportunity for you to as well, participate as we are giving the presentation and update your profiles. We're going to show you then how you can add contacts so that you can send them review requests, how you can track those reviews so you know if a client has actually opened an email and has started to write that review for you. We realized that your clients may be coming from a different variety of scenarios, be it like, being a seller's agent, a buyer's agent, be at a time from many years ago. And that's why we have created something called review templates. These templates simply allow you to upload your, your copy and your material content that you want to send out so that in the future, it's really easy to send out review requests. We also have something all set for you. It's the ultimate review bundle that we're going to send to you that will just allow you to maybe also take advantage of the copy that we have already created. We're going to talk about how to optimize your RankMyAgent account. What I mean by optimizing is adding extra geo-farming areas, adding photographs, being able to respond to reviews, being able to use it as part of your branding. So that's the optimization. And then really want you to understand what your client's journey is with the review process so that you can communicate that back to your client. We're going to talk about that. And then it's all about how do you generate more business with RankMyAgent? Well, that definitely does happen with the optimization. So we're going to show you how you can do that during the next 40 minutes. We're going to talk about, for our Canadian clients, the REALTOR.ca integration, which is a very popular integration that allows you to display reviews on your active listings and also on your REALTOR.ca profile. We're going to talk about, getting your reviews from RankMyAgent onto Google and LinkedIn, and how does that happen? So we're going to talk about those platforms as well. We also want to talk about how you can take these reviews and use a product such as Canva to help you generate, take the reviews, but generate some graphics that are out of your own branding that you can then circulate across social media. We'll be talking about that. I certainly want to leave you with some case studies that will inspire you to really take the lead in 2023 with online reviews. So we're going to be doing that, and then we'll talk about the awards and then key strategies, and then open up for questions. So to start things off, it's not changed. It's been decades now, but the generational trends report comes out every year with, what are the factors that people look for in an agent. And certainly everyone is looking for someone that they can trust, an agent that has, very good experience, and also the agent's reputation. Now, this has not changed at all. And this is why, RankMyAgent was designed the way it was, because we wanted to help build trust for you as agents so that people do want to work with you. And then maybe looked at, well, what's the criteria that someone really considers important? Well, yes, honest. Like everyone wants someone who is honest to work with, who's knowledgeable, and also who is responsive. When you look at our RankMyAgent survey, we took a look at these metrics, and we designed the survey to fit the metrics that the public is searching for. And that's why our survey has been designed the way it has been designed. So what is RankMyAgent? If you're new to RankMyAgent, well, RankMyAgent is the leading online platform that connects agents such as yourself, offices and teams to the public. And we do that using the power of reviews to help you generate leads and build your online reputation. All reviews on RankMyAgent are based on verifiable deals that have happened. So these are for transactions. It's not people that you just meet randomly on open houses. And we also give you open access to APIs that would allow you to display these reviews everywhere as you see. So key benefits, build your online profile, ramp up your SEO, team, office, individual offerings as well. Sync up Google reviews to your RankMyAgent profile. Share these across the web, across other platforms. And then, yes, we are a Canadian platform, and really proud to be Canadian. Just to get you started with the live demo, within this demo, I'm now going to show you how to set up your profile, how to add contacts, how to send and track review requests, and then how to add review templates. I'm going to actually just minimize this presentation. Now, all agents that have an account on RankMyAgent are agents that we have verified when we did give these accounts to be in good standing, to be agents, so that every agent within this whole platform is an agent that, first off, from the real estate boards and so on, from are, properly designated to be practicing. So I've logged into my Lori's account here. Lori's my test agent. You're actually in this dashboard area. This is the first area that you'll get to when you log in. What you want to do is head over to my account. You want to go head over to edit profile. And this is where you start building your RankMyAgent profile. So on the right-hand side, you will see some basic detail. This is where you would write your unique, proposition of why someone would want to work with you, your bio, the designations that you have. You can select more than one if you hit the Command Option key on a Mac, and I believe it's Shift Shift command on a Windows. You can select more than one. And if we are missing any designations, please do let us know. We'll certainly be happy to add them here for you. Languages that you speak, your social media handle. You can even go ahead and add a YouTube video or a Vimeo video. And I highly encourage you to do that to your profiles if you haven't done that already, because videos are also great to watch as people learn more about yourself, your brokerage details, and then you would hit the update button and that would save all the changes on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, if you already have a review on RankMyAgent, you can pick a featured review. So that's the review that would prominently display on the top of your profile. So just select down and select one of these. And then you can also pick specializations. Within RankMyAgent in the premium plan, you are allowed up to 10 different specializations or services. So feel free to make sure you let people know the types of homes that you deal with. If you are working in commercial properties, do definitely share that, because these are the extra insights that potential clients need to know about. Also the services, you hit the plus sign here, and then you can pick a service, the first time home buyers, if that's your focus. If you need to remove any of these options, just hit the red sign here and that would remove them. And then the next thing you want to do is start working on your geo farming areas. So starting off with your province or your state, then the city that you work in. So say if I work in Mississauga, then I can go ahead and pick different neighborhoods. I encourage you to use the up to 10 options that are available for that premium membership. For the basic membership, there's one option, but I encourage you to certainly do that, because this is how potential clients will find you on RankMyAgent and also on Google. So if I wanted to add more, I would go ahead and I would put the Mississauga here that I had initially picked, and then I could pick another area and then plus, and you'll see that it's been added here. To pick any of your existing areas, I would just hit the X mark. But I also want to note that the very first area that you pick, the very first city, is the main focus. So it's really important that you pick the first city as the main focus of where you actually really do work, where most of your farming activities are coming from, and then move on from there. You can also add awards, and to add awards, click the plus sign, and then you can pick a photograph of that award from your desktop, and go ahead, write a description, click save, and then you can add an award. The RankMyAgent awards are added automatically if you have one, so feel free to add others, but the RankMyAgent ones will be added to this area. So is done. Can I click the update my profile button here? And that will update your profile. You get a message such as this. Now I think would be a great moment for me to maybe share a profile that we feel has really done very well, an agent's profile. Okay, here's Georgiana. So let's take a look at her profile here. And you'll see she has a featured review. You'll see that she's added her awards, her about section, her services. And she's also added photographs to her reviews. I think that every agent should be doing this, even if you do not have like the happy buyer seller's photograph, you don't have permission for that. Maybe it's a house, maybe it's some element. I've even seen agents actually also take pictures of that area. So if they're not taking it off the house, sometimes it's something like this where it kind of shows you, well, these are the types of properties. It just adds a more organic feel. I also liked how she's added more details about the neighborhood that this review came from, just to understand that these are the different areas that she's focusing on. She's also done the Google integration that we have that allows the last 5 Google reviews to appear on the profile. We'll get more into this, but yeah, so I think Georgina has done a great job. One thing I would suggest for her is to add the video. So the video would be available right under her about section. Perfect. So, at this point, let's move forward with the demo itself. We are going to show you how do you send out the review. So click the yellow button right here. You can put in the email address of the client that you just firmed up the deal with. And my opinion is as soon as you firm up, you should send that review request because that's the optimal time. So I'm going to put in the client's email address. You'll see that the client here is not in my contact list. I can continue via email without adding them to my contact. But if I add them to the contact, it saves them a step because they don't have to enter these details when they submit the review. So I'm going to go ahead and add this contact to my email. Okay, click save here. So now you can see that the email has dropped down. By the way, the common question I get is, can I send it off to more than one client? Certainly you can. Just go ahead and keep on, adding more clients that you would like to send it off to. But it also helps to personalize these emails as well. So keep that in mind. So you don't want to have a very generic one. I have a template here. There's one default template that's built into RankMyAgent. So that's the default one, but we'll show you how to add more. So here's the default template, and I am just going to personalize it a bit. I can write names, I can write a little paragraph on the top, and leave all of these other links untouched because these are the links to the survey. I can send a copy to myself. I can even save this as a template if I've really worked hard in personalizing something that I want to reuse. Then I'm going to go ahead and click the send request button, the green button on top. And that review request has been sent. Well, how do I know it's been sent? I'm going to head over to my account review stack. So here's the one that I had just sent over, and you can view it. So you can view what it looks like. You'll see that it's branded with your details on the bottom here. It's a nice HTML email that they receive. All they have to do is click here to begin the survey. And that's how they would be taken to your personal link in order to do that. And we also track the details for you so that you can see that if the client has opened that that email that you sent out, if they've started a survey, if they've completed a survey, you can even resend a request here by coming right here, say if you have not had a response. And what I suggest for you actually is to at firm time send out the request. Then even the same day, just send them a text and let them know that, hi, Sally, I send this off to you, really hoping you can complete it. It really means a lot to my business. Send them a quick text to just remind them, because sometimes, we all get busy in our day-to-day, and while we have great intentions, things can slip off the radar, but a little nudge is great. And then, 3 days later, follow up with them on that. So being consistent on requesting is one of the keys to growing the online reviews. And if you can build it into your system, I really think it's a win-win for everyone. So I'm going to head over to my account templates, review templates. This is where you start building out templates on RankMyAgent. As I mentioned, we do have a bundle, the ultimate bundle of review templates, and they're for various sorts of scenarios, for a seller, for a renter. If you're transferring reviews from another platform onto RankMyAgent, you may want to consider using one of these templates as well. So here's my reminder template. Say if I'm trying to remind someone, I'm going to copy the whole template over. I'm going to just copy that over. And I'm going to go to create new. I'm going to paste it in. I want to make sure that I take out these quotation marks. And I'd also want to go ahead and fix some of this spacing, because when I copied it over, maybe the spacing was a little bit different. And I'm going to call this reminder. email, and I'm gonna hit create. So what this does is now it created the reminder email in my templates. And when I go to request a review, you'll see the very last template that I just created has been added here. Going to simplify your life, to create something once and to be able to use it across all your clients, I think is super, super useful. So definitely take advantage of this, and then you can go ahead and send those requests. We've talked about the very fundamentals of, how do you use RankMyAgent, but let's, maybe go a little bit deeper now. So I'm going to just move on with my slide deck. So, team accounts. This is also coming up quite a bit where agents that are working on teams together are wondering what are our team options. And RankMyAgent does have those team accounts, and there are two different types of accounts we offer. One of them is a Team Plus account. And this type of account basically allows every single agent within your team to have a premium individual account. But on top of that, you get a team account that allows you to aggregate their reviews together and for you to share that success even on your own website with widgets and with other display options. On the left-hand side is the Tulip team. Here's an example, and you'll see that this is how their team page looks like with a bio about them, their photograph, the latest reviews the whole team has received, any awards that they've got, and then team members. By clicking on any of the team members, anyone would be taken to their individual page. The admin can also take use of the Team Plus account by a centralized dashboard that they can log into, and then they can send out these requests. There's also another option for teams that want to have one combined login. So a Team Lite account is available for them, and this basically allows a shared login for the team to be sharing that and making use of their account. So this is for teams that really do work together on everything, and you're not seeing different members deal with different transactions. So, I want to get more into the client journey and the review process, and I'm going to pass it to Pascal to give you an overview of what it looks like from a public side, from a client side.
Thanks, Rudy. So the first step within the client's process is finding your profile. So as Rudy has gone over with the review requesting, if you send out a review request, they will have the option to go straight to your direct survey link with that link in the review request. The other way is if they're searching you on Google and they find your profile on RankMyAgent, every profile has a write a review button on there. So they can start writing their review, as step 2 says. Step 3, they write the review and they submit it to us. Step 4, we ask that the client verify their email address. So there is a prompt that tells the client to check their inbox, and they just have to click on a link, which will verify it. If you have a Google or LinkedIn integration set up, we'll go more into detail about that integration, but step 5 is where this would happen. So after they verify their review, they're sent to a landing page, and this landing page has the option for the client to copy over their review to your other platforms on Google or LinkedIn. Again, we'll go more into detail about this. And then step 6, the client is notified whenever a review is published, or if you respond to a review. I'll talk more about responding to reviews later in the presentation.
Thank you so much, Pascal. Just wanted to show them how the survey looks like. So basically, when you send out those review requests, your client is taken to your specific survey page. And that survey page basically has an option for them to have a 5-star quick rate if they want to move all the stars to the right-hand side if they're in a rush. Otherwise, they can go ahead and select on the number of stars they would like for these various factors, such as neighborhood knowledge, experience, professionalism, negotiation skills, property knowledge, communication skills, and contact expectations. Then on the other part of the survey is basically a few more questions asking if they got value from the transaction, if they would use the professional again, and then the service details. If you added that client as a contact on your, on the contact when you did send out that request, these areas will be pre-filled for them. So it's going to make it much, much easier for them to write their review. And also please note that your client does not have to use their real name if they don't want to for privacy reasons. If they choose not to, you can also, guide them and let them know that they can use a pseudonym as long as the email address is, valid. And we will be verifying, the reviews that come in. So first of all, they would have to validate through their email, and then you guys will have to validate, and then of course we will. So I guess this is a 3-point check that we're doing here. Okay, so this is the email they get after they submit the review. So they get this email and all they have to do is click on this link to verify, and that allows us to make sure that it's a legit person that actually did submit, and it's one of the processes that we have here. If for some reason your client did not do this last step and you're wondering where that review is, when you log on to RankMyAgent, there's an area. We'll show you that. It'll give you like a record of, okay, there is a review, but it's under moderation. You can let us know as well, and we can help you out in trying to, get that review released for you. So that sometimes is the case that happens. Okay, so at this point, I want to talk about generating more business with reviews. So we're going to talk about optimizing your reviews using geofarming, displaying your reviews on Realtor.ca for the Canadian clients, displaying reviews on your website and social media, cross-platform posting onto Google and LinkedIn. Talk about the shareable graphics, and then leave you with some case studies and more about awards. So with RankMyAgent, we do have a variety of ways for your clients to find you. And by default, you'll see that a client can find you by a geofarming area that you work in. So that's based on the 10 areas that you have selected. It's also based on the transaction addresses of the reviews that we are getting back. So based on that, we have top reviewed that takes the ranking and the number of reviews. So that's top reviewed. Then we have something called top reviewed locally that looks at the property addresses. It looks at where exactly did that deal come from. So locally is also really interesting to explore because, that's also giving you some insights, as it's not always the highest ranked person. It's someone who actually does also work there. And then you have trending, someone who is, doing a really good job with online reviews over the 90 days in that area. So those people are highlighted. Also, agents can be found by the type of professional, be it a team, an individual, an office, be it the type of service that potential client is looking for, be it buy and sell, rent. And we look at the actual survey results for these fields for those to be filtered. So that's how the search works on RankMyAgent. I want to show you how you can optimize. So a couple of things. The first thing you want to do actually is, I'll touch on this very briefly. We talked about the geofarming areas. So make sure that you have up to 10 of these areas selected. And then, also make sure you work in those areas, because we do audit these cities and we do check to verify if agents are actually have board membership and if they actually have had deals there, because it's really important for us to ensure that the agents that are displaying are the ones that actually really do work in that area, because we want to give the best results to the public who's looking for that agent. So make sure if you are working in extra areas, feel free to add in up to 10. The next thing is your own reviews. So head over to My Account Reviews. So within this area, you are going to see that there is a location. And to add a location, all you have to do actually is head over to one of these reviews that does not have a location. So I'm gonna, here it is. So add location. So I'm gonna add a location. I'm gonna go in and write in Canada, and I'll just pick Saga this time. And then I can even select a neighborhood. I think it's a great idea to dive down into a neighborhood because it's really making you show as an expert if you have many different homes that you have helped in a certain neighborhood. It really helps you dominate that market. So encourage you to drill down into the neighborhoods. So that's how I would add the locations geofarming. This is going to help you with those search results that I had shown you. If you need to edit, feel free to just revise it by clicking on that highlighted location. Perfect. So, that's one element of the geofarming. And then of course, make sure you do this for all your reviews. I encourage you to go back in history and certainly start sharing that. And I guess one more thing I should add is, when you start adding areas, and if those areas are areas that are underserved, as in, they're not so busy yet, and they're new areas, you're going to see a spike on Google as well. So we've noticed that when these areas are added and the way RankMyAgent has been built up, it's a benefit. It's a huge benefit to get those neighborhoods added, because all of a sudden, if there are only a few agents in that area, your name will come up on those search results, and we've seen that over and over again. So highly encourage you to take a look at what neighborhoods you could add if you're very active in them. Okay, perfect. So let's now move on to the Realtor.ca integration. Now, this integration is the integration everyone can do today. They don't have to wait for their first RankMyAgent review. What you do is you head over to, first of all, RankMyAgent onto your dashboard, grab your unique ID. So I'm going to copy Lori's ID. Then I'm going to go over to member.realtor.ca. I'm going to log in using my board ID. So once I'm logged in, I would head over to update my profile. And this is where I would go ahead and I would add in that ID. I would click link to my Realtor.ca profile. I would accept the terms and click yes. And within 45 minutes, you will see if you do have RankMyAgent reviews, those reviews will display on your profile. And they will display on your active listings. I think that is, super, super cool. I think that with the traffic, Realtor.ca gets, this is something that everyone should be doing. Even on the mobile, it displays those reviews. And over time, what you'll notice is there's going to be a huge difference between agents that don't have these stars showing under their name. They don't have them versus the ones that do. So that's how you're building trust for yourself. Even at the open houses, when you have that listing, you have that printout, and you have those stars, it just raises a little bit more awareness about who you are and helps build the trust. So, let's talk about the Google and Twitter integration. The Twitter integration is found in your My Account Edit profile. It's right in the bottom there. You'll see there's something called Twitter integration. And basically that allows any reviews that are 4+ to be streamed onto your Twitter business page. It is a one-time setup. I think it's pretty good if you're a Twitter user, because then, a badge appears or your photograph appears, and any of these, go off onto the city that you work in, because it's hashtagged with the cities. So encourage you, if you are using Twitter, to make use of that, just to get a little bit more exposure to your reviews. The next integration is that Google integration. Basically with Google, the last 5 Google reviews can automatically display on your RankMyAgent profile. And they appear right in the bottom of the profile. So if I go back to one of the profiles, or here's an example. So here is a screenshot of someone's profile here. And actually, it's Ben Sweet's profile, and then you can see that the Google reviews are appearing there. And these are the last 5. And if I click Google reviews, I will be taken to all the Google reviews. So this is something that we can turn on from our side, and just notify us if you're interested. It is one of a premium feature, but if you're interested in it, just send us a note and we can help you set up. Here's what that Twitter integration looks like. So, we're talking about now, how do we get these reviews from RankMyAgent onto Google and LinkedIn? This certainly is a pain point for a lot of the agents, and it's so hard to ask the client and to ask the client again. How do you go about it? So what we did here at RankMyAgent was make the job super, super easy for the client. The client, always still has to post it for you, because this is just a Google rule. You can't just automatically get the review over from another platform onto Google, but we can easily encourage the client to do this for you. So what happens here is that when the client verifies the review for you, they click on this button, and once they click on this link, they are taken to this page. And this landing page basically allows the client to pick if they want to send it off to Google or LinkedIn. As you can see, the whole review would be posted here. They would just hit the copy button, and then that would allow them to post it. So in this case, I clicked on Google and I was taken to the page, and I just pasted it and I clicked post. That's the only step that your client has to do, and that review will go off to Google. Same goes with LinkedIn. They would basically click on the link, and then they would find the person, and then they can send it. Now, if for some reason the client at that opportunity did not send those reviews to those networks, what we do is we do send them one final email to them when the review goes live to let them know it's live. And then we also tell them, you can share this on Google or LinkedIn to give them that final opportunity. And then we have the review here again. So it's really easy for them. So, that is the integration with Google. To get this set up, all you have to do is head over to your edit profile. So I'm going to quickly head over to my edit profile here. And right in the bottom, you will see that there is an area called Amplify Your Reviews. If you click on this Learn More, it's going to basically show you what the process is. There's even a video here that you could watch, but basically you would get your Google My Business URL ID, and then you would, once you grab it, you would paste it onto your RankMyAgent. The same goes with LinkedIn, and that would allow you to have that sync working. If you need us to test your integration, just send us a note, and we'd be more than happy to test it for you to ensure it's working properly. Let's talk about what you can do with these reviews once you do get that review that goes live. What happens here is you get an email as an agent, and basically it tells you that your review is live, and then you can click here to download a graphic. The graphic is automatically generated for you that can be shared on social media. We also encourage you to respond to reviews and tag those reviews with locations.
Talking about the downloadable graphics, these are they download as a PNG format. So if you go in, so the other way, other than the email, if you go into your RankMyAgent profile and go My Account Reviews, and you go into any of your published reviews, there is an option, as Sriti is showing right here, as the download graphic. So this is the other way to download your graphic, and it goes straight to your downloads folder on your computer, and you can use that for whatever. Actually, a question I get sometimes is, what can I actually use this for? And so these graphics graphics do fit social media requirements for the image, the sizing. So as you can see here, this is straight. You can just publish this right to Facebook as soon as you get the review. If you add the photo, it also attaches, as you can see, and has the full testimonial. I've also had other agents put this onto their listing presentations or any print material. So these are really quick if you need just testimonials to go really quickly. These graphics are here to help you and to personalize your reviews and also your business as well. So yeah, it looks great and everything. I'll go more into like editing it more as you'd like to. But the other options for personalizing your reviews is adding photos, as Rudy has already shown. I'll just show you how you can do this too. There is the option to manage photos. So we can take JPEG or PNG image files. So please upload whatever photo you'd like. Some agents use pictures of their clients. Some agents use like promotional marketing material. So it's up to you. That is up to you what you'd like to do with the photos and whatnot. And then another option that's here for personalizing the review, you'll see is edit response. And so editing responses actually allows you to respond back to your client. I had mentioned that earlier in the presentation that you can respond back to your clients and they do get notified that you've responded to their review. And so we definitely recommend you to do this. It does help looking for professionalism and showing your client care from start to finish. And also people who are looking at your profile who are maybe interested in working with you can see that you're very active and you're very active with your clients. So that might be a super huge plus that they're looking for in terms of working with a real estate professional. Going back to the downloadable graphics, there's other ways to customize this graphic. So one of them is to put them into a photo editor and start to make that graphic more for social media and whatnot, your own, because we know every agent has a brand and whatnot. So here's just some tips. So Canva, you can use any other photo editor. Canva is just has free usage and has a lot of features. So I definitely recommend it if you don't have anywhere to start out from. Something that's great about Canva is that Canva already has sizing. Formats ready to go. So if you wanted something for Facebook, for example, it already has the dimensions ready for your usage. So you can search and create and whatnot. I'm just going to go to my screen here, which I've kind of taken Lori's review graphic and kind of spruced it up a little more. If say you have your own marketing, your brand colors and whatnot, this is what you can certainly do. As you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, there's the upload. So you can download your graphic and then just download it to your computer and then upload the file onto Canva. And then you can add that in and start editing it. The Elements tab is for any graphics that you want to use. There's great things that you can use that some things are free, some things are with the premium version, but Canva, everything that I've used with this example is with the free version. Text and whatnot are all a little self-explanatory, but I do want to turn your attention to the design tab. So say you don't really know where to start with your Canva design for your review. Certainly if you put in review into the templates, it can certainly give you some ideas as to even just like inspiration as to like how you want to format your social media post. And then finally, if you're ready to go, make sure that you download your graphics. So if you go to the share tab, there's going to be a download option right here. And we definitely recommend you to do it in a PNG because that will be ready to go for Instagram or Facebook and whatnot. And finally, my last tip here is IG stories. So if you do have an Instagram account or you have someone managing it, we definitely recommend you to use your reviews and make some kind of graphic with Instagram stories. I bring this up because Instagram stories has a way to link your website to your story. So if you have, example, a testimonial, you can link it to your RankMyAgent review. And easily somebody who's looking at your account, they see the story, they can simply swipe up and then they get taken right to your review. So that is a great touch point that you can definitely utilize to help out your business. Yes, I will
Thank you
stop
so
sharing my
much.
screen.
No, that's awesome. Thank you, Pascal. I love that idea for especially lengthy, reviews that come in and, not able to capture that all on Instagram, but you want to show them. So, moving onward to online examples, real life examples of what other agents are doing. And here's an example of a listing presentation from Dave. And I love how he's repurposed his RankMyAgent reviews onto the listing presentation. Also, he tells the clients read more about him on RankMyAgent.com. So he understands the value of a third-party site and understanding that this is how a potential, client or a potential future client could turn into a client. Now, Dave has also done this on his website, and so he has a testimonial right on the homepage there with the happy clients, and then he is suggesting to the potential clients to visit RankMyAgent, visit YouTube, and learn more about him. So just some inspiration for you guys, because we may spend so much on marketing, but it's actually the real clients that people want to hear from, and this is a great way to get that message across. These reviews can also be shared on office websites. Here's an example using an API. So DFH has done that, and that's something to consider if you're in office. And then agents have also taken reviews and created signboards with, where their signboard is to check them out on RankMyAgent as well. So just some creative ideas for yourself. And then the Instagram, they've been sharing them on, agents have been sharing the reviews as Pascal had shown you. We created repurposed reviews from, using products such as Canva and then getting them onto Instagram. Here's another example of Instagram. And then, more examples of repurposing, involving your own branding as well into the whole exercise. And offices have been sharing success. Here's some Instagram stories. This is from the awards from last year. And our awards are actually continuing on this year. We did give out the ones for the individuals and the top 50 teams. We're still on the midst of giving the team awards for the cities, so that's ongoing. Now, you can also do Facebook boosted posts with your RankMyAgent. So in this example, Hack & Co had many reviews on RankMyAgent, and they wanted to drive traffic potentially to the same postal code that they just had a lot of business in. So they ran some ads. Here's some examples. I love this one with the Hammer team where they take the organic photograph of the buyer seller, they take the review, and then they have the third-party site as well in there, and just putting all these pieces together helps build that trust. If you're new to collecting reviews, or if you have a goal in mind for where your review count should be by end of this year, I suggest you run some contests such as Jeff and Bobby. So they ran a fall home show contest, and anyone who basically wrote a review for them would be entered into the draw, and then they would have the draw, and that's how they would have one winner, but they would also help just generate more reviews for themselves. So make yourself some goals on where that needs to be. Reviews certainly do have a lot of SEO power. So as you can see here, I searched for the team, and you can see that RankMyAgent is one of the first ones to appear after their own website. You can also see reviews from the web that appear on the right-hand side. So you can see that Google definitely gives review sites a lot of love, and you really need to benefit from that by collecting reviews. In this example, I researched for Thomas, and basically you can see that there's some ads running with RankMyAgent, and these are ads that he ran in order to just drive more traffic and awareness about his work. Here's some examples of agents sharing the success of winning awards with their network. I love how he used where he's from. Paul here had used the backdrop of how beautiful it is, and then the awards to really make people understand where he is. Here's some more examples. So, if you have won a roster this year, there's a couple of things that you could do today with that to make sure you leverage that throughout the year. First of all, use that widget. So every single award winner does have a widget that they can use. I'll show you where that is actually shortly, so that you can compile that onto your own website. You can also start using the awards onto your email signatures, as Sam did here. So you can download them from the email that you receive, and then you can get them onto your email. We've also seen agents use these these badges and these awards onto billboards, as Mark did here. So that's a couple of inspiration points for you. We do have PSD available, which are the high resolution ones if you want to do any print. Definitely put that onto your listing presentation as well. Definitely find an area in the about section that you do add those details, because this is important to the public. 2023 awards, this comes up. How do I, what about next year? And what do I need to start doing now? And, really do appreciate all of you joining us today, because I think this is going to help you get a head start for this coming year. So make sure you collect reviews, make sure you collect them every month. As soon as you firm up your deals, you send out those requests. So for the next year, we will be looking at January 1st to December 31st for any transactions that happen during that time. We look at the quality rating and number of reviews for those transactions, and that's how you get shortlisted for awards. I want to leave you guys with the steps of getting the best reviews. So of course, provide an awesome experience, and I'm sure you all do that, and that's why you are in business. Make it easy for your clients to leave those reviews. So in your email signatures, make sure you have something there about reading, read my reviews on RankMyAgent. Leverage that past client list, because that is so important. So start off with your clients that you have in your database, and start numbering them 1 to 3. 1 as in the most likely to write a review for you, and then 2 as a maybe. So start with the ones and make a goal that by end of the month I want these clients to write those reviews. And then certainly as you talk to your clients, tell them about the importance of the review and how much it means. Make sure you follow up with them, listen to their comments, and then respond back to that feedback. So a couple of steps for starting off the year. Set up your RankMyAgent account if you haven't done that already. Make sure your profile is comprehensive. Display those reviews on your brand sites. Integrate them onto the CRM systems that you have, in case if you want to use your CRM system to send the request. We can show you how you can grab your profile URL, and then definitely use that. And then as soon as you close a transaction, you send the request. Get those review graphics made, download those graphics, and share them everywhere. Make sure you tag us as well, so that we can also give some love back and also share them within the network. So make sure you tag us onto those. And before I jump into questions, I just want to show you where those widgets are. So once you're logged in, they're right here. And these are where you set the widgets. We have a narrow version, we have a wide version, we have these badges as well. And then if you've won some awards, you'll see them right in this section. All you do is you copy the code. Either you can send it to your web team, or you can, if you have access to the source, the HTML source, just paste this as the HTML source, and you'll see that it'll output with, what your review counts are, what your rankings are, and also those awards. And these are useful for the email signatures as well. Well, thank you so much, everyone. We really do appreciate, having you here today with us. It, really does mean a lot to get your feedback and also hear how we can enhance RankMyAgent for your needs. Wishing you all the very best for the rest of the day today and a great week, the rest of the week. Thank you, and we will see you again shortly. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and have a beautiful day ahead. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.